Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we're in Gatlinburg, Tennessee and the Great Smoky Mountains. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are in the Smoky Mountain. Well, actually we're in Pigeon Forge, but anyways, close enough. So today we are outside on a beautiful balcony which has a great view of the nice mountains. We're spending time with my family. This is the first time seeing them since last year actually, due to this whole pandemic. So we're just gonna go out today. We're gonna do a hike. Thankfully it's not beaten down, the sun's not beating down on us, so that's really nice. So we have a nice day. We're gonna go to Clingman's Dome, which is a nice overview and overlook of the whole Smoky Mountains, as well as do a waterfall hike.
So to catch you guys up on what we did yesterday when we arrived, it took us about 4 hours. It took his family about 9 hours to drive from Pennsylvania. We met here at our Airbnb. We found a 3-bedroom condo right on the river in Pigeon Forge. So because we had been driving all day, we were wanting to just relax, have some food, and catch up. We needed to go to the supermarket to get a few things. Since our condo does come with a full kitchen, we planned on cooking a few meals ourselves. So after we picked up the groceries, we stopped at Firehouse Subs, picked up some food to go, and brought it back to our condo so that we could sit around our table, chat, catch up, and eat our meal. And then shortly after that, we just enjoyed sitting out on our balcony and trying to figure out what we were going to do today, which is our first full day.
So now if you all want to see more videos like this and more of our travel adventures, just hit that big old subscribe button. Please give this video a big thumbs up. We do appreciate the support and consistent comments. We do read every single one of them.
So we're just packing up our lunches now in our kitchen, and we're gonna get on over to the park to start our first hike of the day.
Alright, so we're sitting down now at the Newfound Gap Overlook, which is a really nice view. It actually has a lot of parking, thankfully, so we just stopped off, had a little bit of lunch. Now, we actually did try going to Clingman's Dome, however, apparently the clouds must be just high enough where you really can't see anything. So we sort of scratched that idea, and hopefully you're going to do it another day. So currently we're going to be going over to a waterfall, which is called Grotto Falls, and we're going to go try doing that hike in the meantime, since that really, the weather's sort of changed everything. So we're going to go over there and try that in the meantime. Alright, so here we are. We finally made it to Grotto Falls. It's somewhere back there, don't worry. But we just made the 1.25 mile hike up here, which is sort of decent hike. It's pretty much, a lot of it's uphill, although it's not steep, but it's at least doable. You just gotta take your time. But we did make it. Luckily, a lot of it's shaded, but we definitely recommend you bring bug spray. So this waterfall is a collection of 3 waterfalls, roughly just outside of Gatlinburg, and this one is the furthest over. And we really wanted to do this one because it just looked nice, and the hike was the shortest, honestly. It's about 20 feet high, at least from the upper level. So at least we're able to do a hike today. So that's pretty much about it. We're just gonna head on back to Pigeon Forge and have a nice meal.
Good morning. So as you can see, we're outside the Titanic exhibit here in Pigeon Forge. We have an 11 a.m. reservation. To catch you up from what we did last night after the Grotto Falls hike that we did, we ended up going back and Matt's mom made her homemade baked ziti. So we sat around our dinner table at the apartment and enjoyed a nice homemade meal. After dinner, we decided to rent the new 2020 movie Doolittle. After the movie, we all ended up just going to bed since it was getting pretty late. It was almost 11 o'clock at that point. But today, as you can see, it is on and off raining, so we're glad that we made a reservation for an indoor activity like the Titanic Museum. Now, this one is supposed to be the largest in North America, so we're excited to see what's inside. After this, we are planning to do a hike into a cavern that they have near the Smoky Mountain National Park. But for now, let's get inside and see what this place has to offer. So we're done with the Titanic exhibit. It was really large. Again, I mentioned that it was the world's largest Titanic Museum that there is, so they had a ton of different artifacts and walkthroughs. I think a lot of the interactive stuff that you could normally do was put away. There seemed to be certain activities that were not in use, but they give you a little boarding pass that looks like this, and it comes with a person's biography, and it kind of has you hunt for them throughout the exhibit to find them, to see whether they were a survivor of the Titanic. But now we just had a little bit of lunch here at our apartment, and we're heading back out to the Tuckaleechee caverns. So it's about a 40-minute drive away from where we are in Pigeon Forge. So we're gonna head over there, see some of the neat caves that the Smoky Mountains has to offer.
We just got back from JT Hannah's. We're on the way. It's a little bit late. We're eating around 9 o'clock at night, even though it's a little bit light out, but anyways. So we just got back from Cades Cove, which actually took a little bit longer than expected.
At Cades Cove, it was an 11-mile loop one way, but we were lucky enough that we were able to see 3 bears in different parts of the park. So we saw one climbing a tree, and we saw 2 in these various wide fields that they had opened up. And you could tell that there was wildlife because the traffic would stop bumper to bumper, and people would be pointing, so it was easy to point out kind of where the wildlife was, but the bears were little black specks, so you really had to have a good eye. We weren't able to get very good pictures of it, of course, and we didn't even think to have our binoculars because we were not expecting to go to Cades Cove. It happened after we visited the caverns. It just was something that the tour guide recommended. It was close to where we were, so we figured since we're in the area, we might as well drive through. But either way, it offered a great view of the mountains, so just another part of the park that we didn't see.
So hello everyone, we're back and we are in Gatlinburg and we're currently on the sky lift. This will take us up to the Sky Bridge, and that is the longest suspension bridge in the northern United States. We just got into Gatlinburg and we just got back from the Clingman's Dome hike. Unfortunately, that was not the best, even the second time around. So we got to see a little bit, but it wasn't clear. So unfortunately, clouds rolled in and we didn't get to see too much. So just also wanted to say that the Clingman's Dome hike is it's labeled as a moderate hike, and it is all uphill, so just keep that in mind. Although it is a half mile, it is all uphill. So just keep that in mind when you're going up there and doing that. But we're gonna try and take advantage of Gatlinburg while we have the time and chance to. So this is definitely something that we have been meaning to do and have been meaning to bring to you guys.
The clouds are thick here in Gatlinburg, so we're hoping that the rain holds off while we do the sky bridge, but once we get back down, we're gonna just walk throughout the town and we'll keep you updated. Good morning. So it is our last full day here, and right now we're outside of the adventure zip lines, and we have a 2-hour tour planned. It's gonna be 7 different zip lines that we do, with the longest being 2,000 feet. So we're gonna go in, sign some waivers, get geared up, and hit the zip line. So we are now back at our condo. We cleaned up and we're getting ready to head out to dinner, but we wanted to catch you up about our day. So right after the zip lining that we did, which took about 2 hours in total from start to finish, we came back to the condo to have lunch here, just to finish up a few things that we've had throughout the week, leftovers and things. We then eventually made our way out to Laurel Falls, which is only about 30 minutes from where we are here in Pigeon Forge, and it was a nice 1.5-mile hike to a small waterfall. It was a pretty easy hike for the most part. It was labeled as easy.
A little uphill. So ziplining was really fun, definitely worth doing. We highly recommend doing it, and we even found a coupon code, and it saved us $20 off of each person, which was like amazing. And the longest one took you over a pond and through the woods.
The reason we ended up going with Adventure Park Zipline versus the other many ones throughout Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg was because it was top rated on TripAdvisor, so our guides were very knowledgeable and cracking jokes the whole time, so it made for a really fun experience for everybody. And it is definitely something that you can do with a whole group, because we were with a group of about 12 people, but within those 12 people we had all age ranges from about 5 years old upwards to almost 60 years old. So it's definitely family friendly and something to do if you are not afraid of height.
So tonight now we're just gonna relax and have a nice dinner over at the island at Margaritaville. They have a restaurant right inside of the hotel, so we're gonna go eat there, have a nice dinner, and then that's pretty much sums it up for our trip.
So we will show you what's over at the island once we get there, and we'll share a little bit about our dinner experience there. So let's head on over and we'll see you there.
Hello everyone, so we are back now in the car and we are heading back to Georgia. So dinner last night was really good. We went to Margaritaville and we got great food and drinks. I got a drink there and it was probably one of the best drinks I've had in a while. So we definitely recommend going there. We visited the island, showed my family around there, which was pretty cool to see. A lot of people there, so it's definitely something to do maybe during the day if you're looking for a lot less people. But it's definitely a nightlife area. Then pretty much after that, we went to bed and we relaxed for the evening because we know we had to be up early today to get everything in before we head home. And we did some mini golf. That was the only thing we did today, but it was definitely worth doing. We did the Hillbilly mini golf, which is also known as the most unusual, in quotes, mini golf in the area in Gatlinburg. We definitely enjoyed that. It's definitely unique. I wouldn't say it's really too much different than any ordinary golf course, but it's definitely the allure of it.
I thought that the mini golf was really fun. When you arrive at the top, you do have to take an incline to get to where the course actually starts, and it'll let you out either the left side or the right side, so it gives you the option which course you choose. We weren't told whether one was easier than the other or how they varied, but they do offer you a discounted ticket once you go up with your full price admission. They allow you to go back, I believe, within 3 days of your original ticket if you have your cashier sign your scorecard to go back at a discounted rate, so that will give you the chance to do the other course if you were curious how it's different. But it didn't really specify and they did not tell us. So we chose to do the B side, and it was 18 holes like an average miniature golf course would be, and it was all around really fun. I was in last place. There was 5 of us that played and I came in last because a few of my swings I went quite a bit over what the par of the courses were, but all in all, miniature golf is always a fun way to spend time, especially when you're with your family.
Yeah.
And this area was in the shaded kind of mountaintop, so we didn't get too hot in the summer sun, so that was nice.
So now we're heading back to Georgia, and that'll do it for this week's adventure. And we encourage you to hit that red subscribe button and follow us on our journey, as well as hit that bell notification to get notified about our future videos. And don't forget to give us a big thumbs up. We really appreciate your support. Please comment if you have also been to Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg or want to go. We would like to hear from you and what you have to say. So that'll do it for this video, and we'll see you all next week.